Hi, so today I'm back again with another YouTube video. So last time there was um, another one who commented or requested another tutorial from Freecodecamp's web design project. So in this video, I'm going to show you how I did my responsive web design project, um, which is the product landing page. So without further ado, let's get started. Okay, so I've already created different files in here, and then I store them in one folder on my desktop together with other medias that I'm gonna be needing in building this landing page. So first up, let's start with the home page or the index. So for the user story number 1, it says my product landing page should have a header element with a corresponding ID of header. So okay, first let's start with HTML. Oops, should be HTML. All right, so we have the HTML markup. Let's use Freecodecamp landing page. And then let's link or connect our CSS style.css. So for our let's create first a whole div for the entire homepage. Div with a class of container, and for the header, let's contain that in another div with a class of header. So since it says here that it should have a header element with an ID corresponding to header, so header with an ID. All right, user story number 1 is done. Proceed to user story number 2. I can see an image within the header element with a corresponding ID of header-img, a company logo. A company logo would make a good image here. So I've already created my logo, so you can create your logo in Canva or Photoshop or wherever you want. I've already prepared that, as you can see a while ago, in the folder that I've saved. So it says img, and it should have an ID, right? All right, and the name should be logo.png. There you go. Alt text, let's just write logo. User story number 2 is done. User story number 3. Within the header element, I can see a nav element within a corresponding ID of nav dash bar. Okay, so next should be the nav with an ID of nav bar. Alright, So user story number 3 is done. User story number 4, I can see at least 3 clickable elements inside the nav element, each with the class nav-link. Alright, so UL, and it has 3 pages, so this will be a 3-page landing page. So it says nav link. Alright, and let's within the list tag, so let's use an anchor tag. So index.html should put here home. So let's just copy this one. One more time. Oops. Alright, and then this should be about, and then the next one should be contact. Of course, let's change the text about, and then contact. Okay. Oops, I think I have messed it up. I should have been. Oh, there you go. The closing UL tag. Alright, let's save. So user story number 4 is done. User story number 5, when I click a nav link button in the nav element, I am taken to the corresponding section of the landing page. So this will be taken care of later. So after we have designed our homepage or our index.html, we will then create the other pages, which are the about and the contact page. So we will link them together later. So user story number 6, I can watch an embedded product video with an ID of video. Alright. So I always like to, I always like to label my code so that it's easier for me to go back, and yes, later on when we style our HTML, it will be easier to track down which element or tags or classes or IDs you are pointing out. So for the next one, we should have a div. Let's put a class in this div. Let's enclose our video and other sections in another div, and I just called it main. So for the first section, it says it should have an ID. ID of video. This is not yet the ID that was instructed here in Freecodecamp. Oops, I thought so it's not a shortcut. I'm sorry. So I would like to give it an ID just for classification. So div with a class of video. Okay, so in here, let's put our video element. And again, based on the instruction, it says it should have an ID of video. So video, right? The source, video, there you go. And then controls. Let's use a width of 500. All right. Let's save and let's check if it's, how does it look? Oops. Okay. Let's open. Okay, so it's here. We have the logo and we created 3 links or 3 pages and then the video. Okay, so let's proceed to user story. Where are we now? User story number 6 is done, so let's proceed to user story number 7. It says my landing page has a form element with the corresponding ID of form. Alright, so next. Let's put some text before we proceed with the next user story. At least a text under our video. So I'd like to use another div, just with the class of video text. Messed up. Again, div with the class of video text. Okay. H1, something like visit our cafe now, with some paragraph like open 10 p.m. to 10 p.m. from Mondays to Saturdays. Alright, I think that's enough. So for the next section, let's proceed to the next user story. Let's put an ID, form sample. I'd like to put the form inside a div. So form, okay, let's just leave the action as blank or empty. So again, it says that it should have an ID of form. Alright, so user story number 7 is done. Number 8, within the form, there is an input field with an ID of email where I can enter an email address. Okay. Again, I would like to put that in another div. The class of email, label for email, enter your email. Input type is of course email. Again, it says that it should have an ID of email. And then size, let's make it 30. Some placeholder. Let's use Jane Doe. Oh no, this should be an email. Sorry. So username at domain. Let's put required. So user story number 8 is done. For number 9, the email input field should have a placeholder text to let the user know what the field is for, so that's done. User story number 10, the email input field uses HTML5 validation to confirm that the entered email the entered text is an email address. So this is already taken care of using the required. So yeah, whenever someone skips this input, so it would not let the user pass through because it's required. So the user should input something um, based on the required or this placeholder for any email. So that's done. User story number 11. Within the form, there is a submit input with the corresponding ID of submit. So we'll create an input. I would like to make that I mean contain that in another div. So let's just use submit as a class, and then input, the type should be submit with the value submit now. Again, it says that it should have an ID of submit, right? Submit form action. So okay, user story number 12 says when I click the submit element, the email is submitted to a static page. So let's use this URL and put this in our form action. Okay, I think that's done. Yeah, let's save, and then let's see, refresh. Okay, so it's there. So let's now, where are we? Let's proceed to next user story. Okay, so the navbar should always be at the top of the viewport. Okay, so we will style this later in CSS so that the navbar is placed or positioned in a fixed way, or I mean at the top. User story number 14, my product landing page should have at least one media query. Again, this will be done on CSS. User story number 15, my product landing page should utilize CSS Flexbox at least once. Okay, so we will use Flexbox as well as Grid for this landing page. For the rest, I guess we are pretty much done except for 13 through 15. Again, this will be accomplished in CSS. So let's add more sections in our homepage, and then we'll also create the about page and the contact page, and then after that we'll style our sheets. Okay, so I would like to create some sort of section that has the services. So let's go back to our let's use another section. Let's enclose that in a div with the class of services. Well, I would like to at least 3 services would be fine. So another div for the first service, detail services. Okay, so would like to use an icon here. So let's use font awesome. So let's grab font awesome's script. I often use a script from W3 School. Pardon for my very slow internet. Okay, let's use this one. And let's paste that in our head. So for the first service, I would like to have something why not coffee? Since this is a cafe, then let's choose coffee. Okay, let's use this one. My internet is really slow. So for the first icon, let's just go ahead and I have listed my icons. Of course, I've taken them from Font Awesome 4 times. There you go. And then some title. So let's just use H2. and then some paragraph. So our first services is now done. So let's just copy this one and paste one more time. So for the next icon, let's use briefcase. Let's say event or training space. And then let's just leave the paragraph anyway, that's just a dummy text. For the third one, printing, copying, scanning, and fax. Save. Let's review. Let's close this one. Okay, reload. Oh, it's not showing. Why is it? I think I've used a wrong CDN, a wrong script. Font awesome again. Let's okay, so let's use this instead. I think I've used the wrong script. So let's replace this one. I hope it works now. Reload. Okay, finally. Okay, now it's working. So I would like to add one more section. Some kind of a feature section. So again, let's put some ID, features, samples. At least 2 features will do. So div another div. This is for the first feature. Let's say it has a class of unlimited. Let's use some h1. h2. It just says unlimited coffee for a month. This is of course just hypothetical. I'm just making this up randomly. Paragraph plus free So let's put some button under the description of each feature. So it should be input, type is submit, value, let's say subscribe now, ID of submit. Let's grab the form action. So let's grab the URL that we had just used here and place it in our form action. Okay, copy, paste it here. Alright, so for the last feature, copy this one and then paste. It says premium 259. Let's put some UL here and then some list. Let's make another list. Oops. Unscrewed, copy, paste. Free use of let's save and then reload. Let's see if it's here. Okay, so it's here. And then let's create some footer. Reload. Okay, so let's now create our about page. So let's just copy this, our index. So this will be a very simple about page. It's just some paragraph and an A site. So since this is done, let's change the title. FCC, landing page, about, and let's close. Oops. Okay, let's close this one so that it doesn't get in the way. Okay, so I would like to delete the entire except the footer. So let's create a container. So that's a div, class of main. Another div for the container. This is a container for the paragraph. Then a section. ID of, let's say, about. So I want to put some HR tag after 2 paragraphs, and then another. Let's just put some paragraph, 3 more paragraphs. So lorem 20. Oops. Lorem 20. Should be there, and then one more, say 10. Okay, I think that's okay. And after that, some a side. Other platforms. And then let's put some unordered list. Anchor tag. Let's say we have a link to our blog. Let's copy this one, create one more list. LinkedIn profile. I think this is cool already. I mean, let's not complicate this project. I mean, we've pretty much accomplished the user stories. So let's open this, and there we go. So this is our about page. Of course, it doesn't look, it looks crap now, but later I promise it will be presentable at least. Okay, so for the contact page, let's copy the about page, change the title, let me just go back with our about page because I deleted our nav. navbar. Okay, and let's insert that one. Copy that, then paste it here. Okay, so let's cut this whole. Where does it stop? Okay. What about? Okay, and then save that. This should be the one that we will use. Okay, let's change our title, contact. Contact. Let's delete this one and create another div.